Hello, 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 hello. This is a tester. Grand rising, beautiful rising. I hope everyone's having a blessed morning. So this is a tester of my instrument. So if you see this, you see this. But I'm gonna go ahead and start our reading. All right. I'm going to do a live reading. So I am testing this microphone. So if y'all can tell me if y'all hear me or not. All right, I really appreciate love that. I am Anul. Okay, so if y'all wondering how to pronounce my name is Anul. Okay, talk to me, spirit. If you're new to this channel, thank you for stopping by. If you like the words that's coming out of my mouth, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, share, become part of the Talk to Me Spirit family. What it do, fam? What's up? Can your homegirl get some love? Thank you for the love. Thank you for support. Once again, thank you for holding it down. And I've already said with my team, I'm the voice of the voiceless. As you know, hola. Okay, thank you, Monica. I'm going to be bringing back my podcast on Sunday. So this is like I said, a texter of this microphone. I'm not tech savvy and it's kind of hard. So I'm going to do a live reading. So those that join, thank you. And those who's going to watch this is still going to be the same. Okay. So I hope your day is being blessed, Monica, because you are blessed. Breathe in, release. Head down, breathe in, release. Head back, breathe in, release. Sit in a moment of silence and just listen. Just feel. Just look what's in your mind's eye. We're gonna play a little mind um game. All right. So if you can, you can. If you have time later, you can watch this live and you could do it then. But as you relaxing and you letting everything go, I want you to see a square in your mind's eye. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Focus on the square. The square should start looking 3D. As the square changes into a triangle, as you see the triangle is forming into a circle. And it's like going fluttering. It's like 3D Aztec type. As a circle is going back and forth, see it turn into an octagon. If you can see it forming, this is letting you know that your third eye is developing, is getting stronger. All right. So continue to do exercise like that. Also, it's another game you can play when you're driving, but please be careful. You know, before you get to that stoplight, make the stoplight change colors. This is how you tap into your psychic abilities. All right. So let's get into the message, shall we? Spirit, what messages do you have for them? But yeah, I'm going to bring the podcast back. All right. So we can have discussion because teaching, I love teaching. I love helping people. I love guiding people. And, you know, I give spiritual advice. If I don't know something, I will politely tell you that I do not know. I have to sit with spirit and see if they will give me the answer. Sometimes spirit don't give us an answer because they know we put too much emphasis on it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they don't want to put too much on us. They know what we can bear, you know. So sometimes we do get in psychic overload. It's like we get tired. We get a mental frustration. It's because we're trying too hard. We forget that we are a full body of consciousness having a human experience. I'm glad your day is amazing. It's going to continue to be amazing, Monica, because you are amazing. So, but sometimes we are too hard on ourselves, okay? The first card we got out is manifestation. Investing in your development and taking inspired action is something to be proud of. Keep focusing on the big picture and will bring about the manifestation you desire. So, a lot of people want to know, why is my manifestation not going as I planned? First of all, you have to get in touch with your inner child. Okay? As we know, children are innocent. Okay, well, the children back that I know are innocent. Now they're changing because of watching too much TV, the games, the AI. So that's programming them to be different. But back in the day, children were innocent. Soon as they are born, they're innocent. And spirits come to them. Children, their third eye is all the way open when they're born. All their clairs is open. And the reason why they close is because adults are assholes. I'm not going to lie. They shut down kids. When a child is around about 2 years old, they start mimicking. They watch, they hear everything. They start mimicking you, you know. And then when they get to 3 and 4, they want to start dressing themselves. 5, they have their own personality. So adults, doesn't even have to be the parents, grandparents, it could be someone else telling them what to do. That shuts down the child. When they get older, they put themselves, they so hard on themselves because it's like when they was a child, they had to live up to expectations because of the parents, because of the grandparents. And that's a lot to weigh on a child, you know? So that's when children come up. That's why a lot of people bully, is because they didn't have without. It's like, if I don't make perfect A's, you know, my parents is going to do this, or they're going to disown me. You know, they really have that. I noticed that in a lot of foreign families that come over here. And that's the reason why they call Americans lazy, is because they have to live in a high expectation. So if you've seen like in a lot of K dramas, a lot of African movies, if the child don't make straight A's or do this, what's wrong with you? I'm gonna disown you. They don't understand the peer pressure. You know, your child has to live the child's life. Okay? They cannot live your life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we miss out on childhood and we try to live it through our children. And that's not right. And we make mistakes. Once again, hurt people hurt people. A lot of people don't understand that when a woman is pregnant, she carries the DNA of her mother, her grandmother, her great grandmother. 10 generationals are great, all in the bloodline. Okay, that's a lot of trauma that that child has to go through. So if your mother is pregnant, or if you're pregnant and you having it out with everybody in your family, you having it out with the baby daddy, or for some people you sleep around and honestly you don't know who the baby daddy is, you know, that child is taking up that. That's why doctors said if you put earphones on your belly, the child can listen. Okay? So trauma is passed through the bloodline. All right. So when it comes to manifestation, beautiful rising TT. What's up, Chinese dumpling? So if y'all hear Pup Pup in the background, she's trying to get my attention. She's on one today. So okay, she wanna play that game. I'm gonna play that game with her. She been on one since this morning. So just ignore her. She wants attention and I'm not giving it to her. But back to what I'm saying, manifestation. The reason why a lot of people cannot manifest is because you're not tapping into your childlike innocence. You're not tapping into that imagination. That's why I said in the beginning when we was doing the meditation, for those that didn't miss it, we're going to do it again. Close your eyes. We're going to reset ourselves. So you're going to breathe in and release slowly. You need to tune out everything. Yes, you know how to tune out. When someone's getting on your nerve, all of a sudden you start tuning out. You start thinking of stuff. You start humming a song. That is tuning out. So when you in meditation, you can tune out the outside. But for some, you want to honor that. So when you breathe in, you honor every thought, every noise you hear, everything you see in there. You honor it and you let it know, I am here. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. Then you release it when you exhale. And you do that. And for some that has a hard time concentrating, you start seeing numbers. For example, we're going to count from 13 to 1. See the number 13 in your mind's eye. See it change to 12, then 11, then 10, then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can actually see the numbers changing in your mind's eye. The second time, once you get done that, your body goes relaxed and you don't even realize it. And then that's when the colors or the visions or the smells start coming in. So how do you manifest? You manifest is with your imagination, your visualization. Say, I manifest a red SUV. I picture myself driving a red SUV. Then I go on, what type of SUV? I want a Tahoe because I'm a Chicago hoe. No, I'm just kidding. A Tahoe. I see myself driving a red Tahoe, 4-door. I see Pup Pup in the back and we both jamming to reggae. It's like, it's really that easy. Some of us, like I said, we do it too hard. So manifestation is investing your development and taking an inspired action in something to be proud of. Keep focusing on the big picture and will bring about the manifestation you desire. Manifestation goes back into that childlike innocence. When you was a child, you watched cartoons, you went outside and played, okay? You picked up sticks, you climbed trees. I did. I was a tomboy. So I did everything, that a boy did, and I did the things the girl did. I lived my life. I had fun. I'm a Gen X. The next card we have is stuck. What or who is keeping you stuck? What is who is keeping you stuck? Sometimes we look for an easy way out, so we start playing the blame game. I blame my mama because she had me taking care of my brothers and sisters. I didn't get to live my life. I blame my teacher because she didn't help me break down the arithmetic ladder. I blame this. Okay? You can't keep blaming the same person for everything. Sometimes you have to take accountability for the things you do. Okay, I understand that. But now that you older, you're like, no, mom, I'm living my life. Those are your children. Okay, so it's like you have to stand up. You can do it in a non-disrespect way. You can put somebody in their place with kindness. You don't always have to be a bunghole and putting people in the place. Sometimes you stuck because honestly, you're afraid. That little child in you is afraid. So you're afraid to do that because why? Well, when I got a C in math, and my parents was hard on me because of C. I couldn't bring the C up. Then when I brought it up to a B, they still wasn't happy. That's still holding on to you and it's causing you to be stuck energy. When you having neck pain and back pain, that is stuck trauma, stuck energy that you have to let go. You are not that little girl no more. They are no longer mommy, daddy, they mother, father. So it's like you have to address that. Once again, I go back. That's why I always say, I am not a role model. Please do not put me on a pedestal because I am human. I have mistakes. I don't know everything. And I'm quick to say, I don't know everything. So it's like when I put myself like that, I don't let myself down. I don't give myself high expectation because I am a mentor. So I tell my students, you know what? I don't know. Let me sit with spirits. I don't know. And I tell them, it's okay. Stop being hard on yourself. It's okay. There's no perfect person. Because I'm not going to paint a picture and have myself thinking I'm above God and I know this and I don't. You have to be true to thyself, and thyself will be true to you. So, what or who is keeping you stuck? Living authentically is what gives life meaning. For some people, okay, you die once, you live all the time. People always say you only live once. No, you live every day. when you die, technically, I mean, technically, Spirit want me to explain this. So when a baby is connected to the mother in the umbilical cord, that's the same way you are connected um in the spiritual realm. You have a long cord. So when y'all astral travel, it lets you go so far. When you soul travel, when you just automatically leave your body, it lets you go so far. When that cord is broke, that's when you're not returning. So when a lot of people have that, they died and they came back, it wasn't cut. It just stretched and it came back. How you know? I had several of those happen to me. Because if it would have broke, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. So therefore, you you're stuck. So basically, remember what life gives meaning to. You live every day. So start living every day. Start living, because a lot of y'all don't have too many summers left. Okay, because we are getting older. Okay, them body aches is starting to hurt. So if your kids is grown, or if your kids is half grown, start doing stuff. Start doing your bucket list. Soon as my kids get in high school, and I trust them enough to stay, I'm gonna go to Oregon. I'm gonna go to Nevada. I'm gonna go to Arizona. Just to see. Start doing things you love, because a lot of millionaires like Steve Jobs and that man that was like this, I forgot his name. He died, but not trying to make fun of him, but I don't know his name. They often said, "What do you regret?" They said, "Not living my life because I was too busy making money." They really didn't enjoy it. All these rich people y'all see rich, they technically not happy. They're not happy. So spirit is basically saying you stuck is because you're not living your life. So it's really time for y'all to live your life. So a lot of y'all are stuck. A lot of y'all are stuck in religious mind frame. Religious is like you was raised a certain way. You was taught to do this. You was taught that everything was the devil. If you write the word devil, that means lived backwards. Everybody was taught that black, the color skin color black is evil. It's not evil, baby. It's not. Only way you can see the stars shine, the sky has to be dark. Only time the moon shines its brightness if the sky is dark. They want to say the moon is evil because the moon represents the femininity. Okay, so they want to say all the gods and the goddesses of the moon is evil because of the moon. They represent female is mean, evil. Darkness is evil. They say Lilith is evil. Why? Because she teaches you to live. She teaches you to step into her power. A lot of people don't understand when God created, he created Adam and Lilith as equal. They both was born many gods and goddess. Many god and goddess. Okay? She got angry because she told Adam, we're equal. I want to name some of the animals. Why do you always got to lay on me like I'm a doormat? How come I can't get on top and enjoy my sexuality? Also, excuse me. He got frustrated. He did not treat her like an equal. He treated her like God only gave him control. A lot of y'all don't know God had a wife. It was a female goddess. There's God represent the male energy. God also has a female energy. I cannot pronounce her name. Her name starts with an A. Astria, something like that. It's not with an O, it's with an A. So she would help create one because he made Adam in his image and she created Lilith in her image. They did it together. Archangel Samael, the reason why he get the bad rap is because he said, I will not bow down to Adam. You the only God I'm gonna bow down to. So God cursed him as the victim of God. He's the one that put the Eve in there. I mean, not the Eve, the tree of life, which wasn't an apple, by the way. It was a pomegranate. A pomegranate is the fruit of the underworld. The apple is spiritual because if you cut it open, you see the 5 point star. Okay. But anyway, he told Lilith, he whispered in Lilith. And anyway, so Lilith was like, I'm tired of Adam doing this. I'm just going to run away. Okay. So Lilith ran away. All right. And as when she ran away, Archangel Samael came to her and said, you know that tree? And she said, yeah, that tree that we were forbidden to eat. He said, go taste it. You will not die. She said, no. He said, we will die. He said, you will not die. Your eyes will open up. So when she tasted the apple, I mean the pomegranate, her eyes opened up and she was like, wow, I did not surely die. So when she was there, Adam was crying. God, Lilith ran. And then God's like, okay. So that's when God put him in a deep sleep. He told Archangel Samael to come summon Lilith and tell Lilith if she don't come back, she will never bear children. She would be out in the wilderness forevermore. Okay. As Lilith was searching, she was searching for the female god, Astrea, with an A. All right. So she couldn't find her. She couldn't find her. So when she was venturing out, as the Bible talks about how Adam was in a deep sleep, things like that, I'm trying to go in parallels. Okay. So Samael told her to come back and she said, no. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Just like how men are. Men think women are beneath them. Men dislike when women step into their female empowerment. That is what Lilith is about, stepping into your female empowerment. That we are powerful too. A woman gives life. A man just put in the seed, but the woman brings forth life. A woman's pum pum is very, very, very powerful. It holds life and death. All right. So when Archangel Samael said, come back, she said no. So she ventured out. She noticed that she can shapeshift. She noticed that she got wings. So she started stepping to her power because she bit the pomegranate. So she started going on. She started seeing different worlds, different planets and stuff, that life did exist. That's why they said, God said the world was in void. So he said, let me make man in my image, because he was with other gods and goddesses. There was other ones. He was just the capital top G, but there was other spirits and stuff because it was void. Nothing. It was void. So he was getting bored. So that's why he said, let me make earth, let me make man in the image. He made man in the 6th day. On the 7th day, he rested. All right. So as Lilith was exploring, all right, Adam was in a deep sleep. So he took the rib. So Eve was made to be submissive. That's what the Eve, taking a rib out. You are my rib, bone of my bone, flesh of flesh. You're submissive. All right. You're my helpmate. Man, woman. Whoa, man. Okay. So when she was awaking, she didn't have the powers. Adam did. Adam did. She didn't. All right. So as when Eve came, Lilith came back. Lilith's like, oh, Adam got a new woman. Okay, but let me tell her how Adam is. Let me warn her. You know, that's what sisters do. We warn each other. I might say, Purple Butterfly, man, you see, people keep leaving that job. They got a high turnaround rate. You know, something's going on. I work there and they don't treat women right. So it's like I warned Purple Butterfly. It's up to her if she wanted to stay there or not. You know, are you thy sister's keeper? Yes. Are you thy brother's keeper? Yes. I warned her. Okay. So she chooses to listen. Everyone has free will. So Lilith went and she could shapeshift. Like I said, back then snakes had legs. So she went, pss, 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 pss. Hey. And then Eve's like, you talking to me? She said, you see me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. She's like, what's up? She said, take a bite of this fruit. No. Adam said, God said we can't or we're going to surely die. And then she said, I didn't die. I took it. It's going to open your eyes up. And she's like, come on, you're free. This is going to help you see the truth. They want to keep you down. They want to keep you underneath them. They don't want you to be you. So she bit it and she noticed everything. Her eyes open. She's like, you're right. And she said, just come. You don't have to tell Adam. Let Adam be. Let Adam be. But nah, because she was made from that rib, she said, no, I love Adam. Let me go back and tell him. Big mistake. So she said it. Adam bit it. He noticed he didn't die. The eyes was open. So they both knew they was naked. All right. So when God knew it, God knows all. God knows everything. He knew this was going to happen. So he said, why are y'all hiding from me? They said, because we're naked. Who told you you were naked? They said, the snake. And God knew that was Lilith. So he cursed her and said, you will never walk upon the earth again. You will always slither on your belly. Okay. So Eve's curse was to bring forth fruit because they was ether. They was full. They didn't have no skin. So when they seen they was translucent, they was energy, the ether beings that you see, that's what they were. So he killed animals and made their skin as a human skin and clothed them. That's when it means naked. They knew they were like translucent, see-through. So basically, so make a long story short, God kicked her out, Lilith out. And once again, she told Eve to come. Eve said no. So they kicked Adam and Eve out. Once again, Adam and Eve brought forth children. Okay? How can I put this? Some was gifted, some wasn't. Okay? So during the Armageddon, this is how Lucifer fell. Okay? All this is happening at once. And Lucifer was God's top angel, the most beautiful angel, had many pipes. When he spread, the air would play beautiful music. That's why just about every singer, jazz musician, anything that does with music, and they make it and people say they sold their soul. Literally, you cannot sell your soul because your soul don't belong to you. You make a contract. You make a contract. All right. So it's like a holding cell. So that's why a lot of these people can sing and stuff like that and they get caught up. That's where the Illuminati and the stuff come from. They make a contract. So a life for a life. It's like false truth. Anything to do with Lucifer, he's very persuasive. He is a manipulator. Okay. He tries to imitate God. He is also called the morning star. God is called the morning star. He's the false light. God is the true light. A lot of people don't understand when you cross over, you're not supposed to go to the light. That's how people come back, reincarnating, reincarnating, reincarnating. You're not supposed to go to the light. You're supposed to go the other way. A lot of people get caught up. It's a distraction. So basically, you need to start living your life. Okay? This is what Spirit is saying. A lot of y'all are stuck because of the upbringing. A lot of people want to say, but where does the molestation, the incest come from? It comes back when Lot's wife died, supposedly, and the two daughters got Lot drunk and had sex with them because they wanted to multiply the earth. They wanted to have kids. That's in the bloodline. That is exactly in the bloodline. It goes back to the beginning. It goes back. And then a lot of people say, so when Cain went, where was the other people? Remember I told you when Lilith ran and she started flying, she seen other realms. That's where all the different gods come from and goddesses. So he took wife with someone else. And the reason why God put the mark on him, so couldn't nobody kill him, that's why it's called the mark of Cain. And the reason why Cain killed Abel is because of jealousy. It wasn't because God chose the lamb instead of the vegetables. Adam's punishment was to toil on cursed land where it wouldn't grow. He had to work and work and work until it grew. That was his punishment. So when Cain gave his offering, God cursed it. Like, why would you give me fruits and vegetables from cursed land? That's the reason why. That was the reason why. Lucifer had children with Lilith. Samael had children with Lilith. Okay? Lilith was cast out because she stood for women's right. Women's right was the beginning of the time. It's just not this rodeo. It's been going on since the beginning of time. So women is starting to stand up. People's like, well, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. If you notice, it says versions. The true Bible was written by prophets on a scroll, messages from God. Back then, it could not get translated because they had old broken Latin, they had Aramaic, they had Hebrew language, they have a lot of language. So they had all these scholars like King James and everybody else trying to break it down. So they put it to fear, basically fear. They want people to be controlled since the beginning of time. So that's why it's international version, King James version, new improved version. I can even write my own version. It's to control you. To go back to it, the slaves had their own Bible that the colonizers gave the slaves to control them. So everything is to control you. Lilith has a dark side, Lilith have a good side. Just like you have a dark side, you have a light side. But everybody wants to focus on the dark. They never want to see the light because it's not chaos. People love chaos. People love chaos. That's why I lived is the devil. Because y'all like living in chaos. It's always turmoil, turmoil, turmoil. So when people really enlighten you and tell you the truth, it hurts like death. That's why truth is death. There's no coming back from it. That's why people fear death. People fear truth. Because truth is justice. Truth is not chaos. So King James practiced witchcraft. King James practiced witchcraft. So he wrote that Bible. The Bible from head to tail, Alpha to Omega, Revelation to Genesis. They left out the 7th and 8th book of Moses. They left out the book of Enoch. They left out the book of Maccabees. They left out the book of Jasper. They left out the truth because they did not want you to know the truth. So now that people are coming up to the truth, that's the devil. Because if that was really God, they wouldn't have kept it. They would have kept it. They took it so you can stay controlled. Goes back to Adam and Eve. They're controlling you by your food. They're controlling you by AI. Once again, the Matrix talked about it. AI is going to control people. AI is controlling y'all because y'all think that's really happening. Is that real or not? People marrying dogs, women carrying dogs, apes, baby. Is that real or is that fake? It's messing with your mind. We all knew there was marine spirits. That's when Yeshua was confronted with that man and he said, we're legions, we many. He said, do not cast us in the pit of fire, cast us in the pig and we will go into the water. We all knew about the marine spirits. There's nothing new under the sun. The book of Enoch talks about the sirens and the mermaids. The book of Enoch talks about the underwater planet. Y'all running with it. Y'all running with it. God is not fear. All these conspiracy theories on TikTok, the 3 days of darkness. You know how many times they've been saying the 3 days of darkness? And it's like they get in y'all head to control y'all. Start. You can't really Google everything because everything in Google is already made to mess it up. Because when I met Lilith, like I said, she was the first one to call my name. And I always remember my mom said, if you hear someone call your name, don't answer. Okay. Like I said, I was on a Reiki table. And the man that was doing my Reiki, he was a man. I mean, a man had a masculine, deep voice. Man. So when I was there, he's like, close your eyes. And I had on one of those things. So he was doing the saging and the crystal ball, finger balls around me. All of a sudden, dude didn't know my real name. Didn't nobody knew my real name because I put my pet name that everybody called me, my nickname. So I'm sitting there chilling with the vibe. You know, like I said, I always been gifted. And I started seeing stuff play out, like the war in heaven. They showed me that. And I was like, wow. You know, I'm like, is this going to happen or what? And then a lady whispered in my ear, left ear. And it startled me. You know, I wasn't afraid, but I was like, who the, you know what I'm saying? And yes, my mother was dead then, but I knew it wasn't my mother. And it's like freak me out. But I'm like, nah, I ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm a G. And honestly, it did. But so I was breathing. She said it again, told her 3 times. So I said in my head, who is this? And then I heard my mom in my head, like, didn't I tell you not to answer? Because that's what my mother always told me. But I was like, nah, I need to know. That's what's wrong with Aries, because I am an Aries, man. I'm not nosy, but I want to know what's up. I ain't going out like no punk. If you're going to get me, I'm going to go out fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am. A warrior. I'm ruled by Mars. You know, I could be like peeing myself inside, but you ain't going to know it. I'm going straight doing like this, ghost or no ghost. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, who is this? And she said, Lila. I'm like, I ain't never heard of her because, you know, I'm like, I didn't, you know, I wasn't really heavy into it. I've always been gifted, but I wasn't really ever heavy into it. I said, And then she said, you're my child. I searched for you. And in my mind, I'm like, you're right. And she said, I'll be back. And it freaked me out. So I'm meditating. I hear a snake like, I said, okay, ain't no snake. Like I said, I grew up apostolic Pentecostal. So I knew about the demons and stuff. I'm like, I ain't scared. So I said, I ain't gonna show no fear because I know ain't no snake in my house. Then she said my name again. I'm like, who is this? And she said, I told you before. I said, if this is truly you, send me 2 people that will automatically say, I'm your child. And then I will Google about you and research you. She said, fine. She sent me a mail. A mail DM'd me on Facebook out of nowhere and said something that she told me and I knew he didn't know. And I said, mother lover. So I said, all right. The second was a lady, very, very popular lady on Facebook. Very popular. Her name was M. Rain. I know a lot of y'all know that. She said it. And she said, yeah, you're the child of Lilith. And I said, okay, if I'm the child of Lilith, I want to be accepted in your mentor. I said, Lilith, if this is you, let me be accepted for 6 months in a mentor. And she said, you don't need no mentor. I said, if this is you, let me be accepted in the mentor thing for 6 months. I can't afford it because she charged $1,700 a month, $1,700 a month. That's how much M Rain started. This was like 7 years ago. That's how much she started. So I said, all right. So she's like, follow her. So I followed her. So they had a lottery, a free thing. And I said, you know what the heck? I never win anything. I put my name in it. Her son e-boxed me and said, you won a free membership for 6 months. If you want to continue, this is how much it's going to be. Bam! I said, you are Lilith. That's when I started saying, okay. And that's when I started getting to know her and to research her. She trained me. Some things humans cannot train you. You have to get trained by spirit. So I sat and I was training. I didn't understand it because they talk in parables. And the reason why they talk in parables is because they talk into your soul. That goes back when Yeshua would preach out in the crowd. And they's like, why do you talk to them in parables and they don't understand? But when you talk to us, we understand. He said, those who have eyes to see, let them see. Those who have eyes to hear, let them hear. Some things is meant for you cannot get in other people's hands because they will get greedy and do it. So when he spoke the parables to certain people, they will go straight back to the Socrates and the Pharisees. Remember, they didn't like Yeshua. They said he was a witch. He was a warlock. He was evil. Blasphemy. He is not the God of Abraham coming back to save us because he was performing things. So they didn't believe it because they only said the only true God of Abraham would be able to do this. Because the people wasn't doing it like, wasn't paying attention to the prophets. So God said, you know what? That's when I'm going to have a son so he can see. Because people need to see things to believe. And then when Jesus came, they still didn't see it, believe it. Some did. That's why he said, oh, ye so little faith. People that's not going to have never laid eyes on me or touched me physically is going to perform miracles in my name. That shows you right there, we are gods and goddesses. Once again, we talking about death, raising somebody from the dead. Yeshua wasn't the only one in the, Yeshua's the New Testament. So yeah, he raised, I'm smelling, hold on. That was Lilith. She will be, some of y'all, because Pluto is in Aquarius, a lot of y'all are connected to Lilith. She is saying y'all need to start checking your black moon in Lilith. Okay, so she's going to be making her rounds. She is going to be, she can come in many ways. Okay, so she will be coming to you. She's saying do not fear her. It's time. This is your season. Now back to Enoch. Okay, not Enoch. Esau. Elijah and Elisha. Okay. Elijah is the one that didn't catch death. He walked back and forth, back and forth. He was a prophet. And he was speaking to God. And God is telling him, lay on this boy. Lay your full body on this boy. This boy was dead. That's why I say your breath is very powerful. When you first born, you breathe in Yah. When you die, you breathe out way. So Elijah put himself on that boy, the prophet Elijah, and he breathed in Yahweh into that man, boy, and he resurrected. That was in the Old Testament. The New Testament, Jesus was trying to talk. That's the reason why the Gentiles, he's like, that's why he chose Peter. No, Paul. Paul was a Roman. So it's telling you God don't have to use his own people. Paul was persecuting his people. And God said, why do you keep persecuting my people? So God took away his sight for 3 days. That's why 3 is a very powerful number. Yeshua died at 33. He rose Lazarus from the dead on the 3rd day. The cock crowed 3 times. Judas gave up 30 pieces of silver. 3 is a very powerful number. 3, 7, 33, 22, and the number 9 are very powerful numbers. 3, 6, 9 all have 3s in it. 3 is a very powerful number. You carry a baby for 9 months. Your heartbeat is like 720 beats, and that equals 9. Your respiratory rate is something about 81 something seconds, that equals 9. 9 is a very powerful number. So basically, what I'm saying is it's time. This is your season. This is the season. Okay, a lot of y'all going to get distracted. Like I said, AI is because they want you to get put back to sleep. Stepping into politics. Isn't it funny that all of a sudden everybody said President Biden was incompetent to run as a president? He wasn't worthy. So that's when Kamala came in. And then have you noticed that ever since Trump won the election thing, so he's going to be stepping into presidency in the 2025 or whenever they do it, or January, whenever he gets sworn in. I don't know because I'm not really into it. All of a sudden, Biden appears and tell Ukraine that they can use our U.S. missiles to shoot over to Russia. All of a sudden, he's competent. First, they said he was incompetent. Now he's back competent, looking sharper than ever. Clone. But he loaned out U.S. missiles to shoot to Ukraine to shoot over in Russia. Now, Russia, President Putin, is getting ready to attack America in World War III. When they said ceasefire when Trump came in, China and all of them. But all of a sudden, because Trump was making peace, and I ain't saying I'm for Trump, I'm not saying from Biden, I'm independent because both parties lie. So don't come after me because I'm not neither one. I'm independent and I will always be independent. So I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat. For all those people that's really into politics, don't come to me with it. Or y'all religious people. It's called freedom of speech. Anyway, after he came in and all things are ceasing, the war, here come Biden out of the blue. All of a sudden he's competent now. Distraction. Distraction. All this is distraction. Something major's coming because they want you to put y'all in fear and panic mode so y'all cannot hear from God and y'all spiritual team. They don't want the truth to come in. They do not want you to walk in your prophecy. So things are being distracted. Once again, we already knew about the marine spirits because it all went back into the biblical days. So we already knew that. So all of a sudden now they bringing up the marine spirits, the aliens. The Anunnakis are not nice people. The the Nephilims are not nice. They're not nice. So all about say, oh, I have Anunnaki. I have Nephilim. No. When Noah when God flooded the Noah, the water, okay, they was put like, remember they have God, have human, because the angels made it with the women. So yeah, thank you. Some survive. Some survive. Not all of them was dead. That's what's coming up. The Nephilims, the Anunnakis was planet Nerubi during the solar eclipse. That's coming. People once said it was an asteroid. Things can be perceived. People said, no, that wasn't a planet, that was an asteroid. Are you 110% sure? They are not nice. They're not nice. People want to claim that. They're not nice. Ooh, Lilith is strong. So I'm just saying, all of y'all going through a distraction. Okay? Aquarius is about war. Mars is death. Pluto is over death and rebirth. Mass destruction. We are in the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. Things are coming. Things are coming. So my job is y'all can hear if y'all want to hear. Y'all can see if y'all want to see. But y'all need to take the veil off your eyes and start paying attention. Stop listening to all this stuff. They getting you distracted. Love is going to come to y'all when it's time. Right now, there's something bigger. Why get in a relationship and say stuff and we get ready to get into World War III? That should be least of your problem. You should be trying to go into survival mode as best as you can, trying to help those. They said the youth is our future, but look how the youth is doing. All they doing is generated by AI. Can any of the youth start a community? Can any of them build a home? You know, nothing against the Amish, but at least they teach their people, even though they are a cult, at least they teach their people how to build, how to farm, how to cook, how to survive without electricity. Y'all worried about the iPhone 16? Y'all worried about the new Jordans? Tesla got a Tesla got a robot. That robot is going to take over the world. That robot, you seen our robot? You know, Will Smith starred in it. Why do you think they make movies? Why do you think they make movies? Why do you think they make books? Where do you think they get that information from? The Watchers. Azazel, a fallen angel. He's over lipstick, makeup. He's over mass destruction. He's over guns, swords. He's over war. Who do you think whispers in their ear? And they were like, wow, I just had this idea all of a sudden. You don't, people always talking about, oh, you got to be gifted. Baby, you was born gifted. You just choose not to use it. These main authors talking about the vampires and all this. Where do you think they got that from? Whispers. Where do you think they got the idea to make clones? They didn't come up with that by themselves. They make movies. Simpsons. Simpsons, the reason why Simpsons been talking about stuff is because one of their writers is an oracle. So they have a watcher telling them what's going to happen. So they make it as a cartoon. Where you think they get all these Disney movies and stuff? You think they just like, oh, I got it? No, it was planted in them. It was whisper. So basically, everybody's psychic. Everybody has intuition. Everybody has that. Everyone is chosen, but everyone's not called. Everybody's going around saying they the chosen ones, this and this because they can do this. No, baby, everyone has that gift. That's why everybody's confused because everybody want to be that way until it's time to be that way. Everybody want to practice black magic until it's sent to them. There's rules to black magic. It must be justified. You're not supposed to do anything to a child. A child is innocent. That's why people get ego hurt. Hurt people are the ones that's quick to do black magic and take a life because they refuse to heal. And when the truth comes, like I said, truth is like death. They don't like it, so they retaliate back. But it's okay for them to expose somebody. And as soon as you turn around and expose them and give them back their own medicine, it's a problem. All of a sudden they want you dead. All of a sudden they want somebody in your family dead. All of a sudden they want you to suffer. But it was okay when they was doing it. And then when the tables turn, it's a problem. So they quick to start stuff and it wasn't justified because they started it. Sometimes a person that's innocent is not even the one doing it. Their spirits step up and do it for them. And there's crows. That's how you know you're not healed. When you take everything offensive, when you take everything personal, when you learn to laugh at it, That's how you became friends with your demons. And what do I mean by demons? The things you don't like about yourself. It starts back to your parenting. It starts back to your childhood. Because, like I said, you had so much pressure put on you. And you got hurt and bullied. So you said, if I have all these powers, if I have all this, nobody's ever gonna hurt me again. So that's when they hurt the next person. Instead of healing, that power got to them and made them a bully. So they feel like, okay, I'm gonna take your life because you're not gonna make fun of me. Because all my life I've been told this, I've been ridiculed. So now that I'm grown, I dare you. That's where the problems start. No one wants to heal. You know what? My mama worked 5 jobs. I got ridiculed because I had to wear Chucks instead of Jordans. So, instead of someone raising their children, not everybody has the same. You letting your children bully somebody as mother could have didn't have a baby daddy. Maybe there's a reason why she didn't get married. Instead of starting at home, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't raised with 2 parents. Everybody wasn't raised middle class or rich class. A lot of parents are children having children. So they didn't know how to raise their child. So they felt like I didn't get to go to the club. So I'm going to let my oldest son take care of the baby. And there you are letting your 7-year-old raise a 2-year-old while you go shaking it like a tail feather. And then that child come up resentful, like, where were you? It starts at the home. And what happens? Someone make a joke about it. Pew, pew. Because they got bullied, because there wasn't nobody there to help heal that. The middle child has it hard because you know what? They get passed down. The oldest child gets stuff, it get passed down to the middle child. Then the middle child, they never really received anything, have to look at the baby getting everything. The middle child has it hard. You know why Gen X have their shoes are so clean? Is because you know what? We had to take a toothbrush and toothpaste and wash our Adidas and make sure this is up. We had to take care of our stuff. Gen X, we had to take care of our stuff. We didn't have it easy. Everybody want to hate on the Gen X. We had to basically raise ourselves because you know what? Our parents was stuck in the hippie days, stuff like that. They was raised by people uh in the regression and hard up poor and the hippie days. So the Gen X, we had to deal with what we had to do. So for the Gen X, we had to raise ourselves. So when we had children, we were like, nah, we hardcore. We don't know really how to love because we never really received that love because we had to grow up on our own. So yes, we were broken. So we had to raise our children that way, you know? And they get mad like, well, you know what? They did this, Gen X this. Like, yeah, we wasn't pacified. We got tough love. We're warriors. We go outside, we fall, we like, damn. I'm like, let me hurry up. Like, oh, let me run back because we didn't take the chicken out. You know what I'm saying? You know what our text message was? On a light bill. You better have that house clean. Better not be no dishes in my sink. That chicken better be out. Our clock was that lighting pole, light outside. You better be home for that light come on. We stayed outside. We wasn't afraid of no ghosts. We was hustlers. I remember I lived by a golf course. So when they would shoot their balls over there, like 50 cents a quarter, if you want it back, I would sell it back to them. We walked outside where there was drug needles all on the ground. We were cool. wasn't always whining. We was hustlers. Sesame Street taught us how to hustle. Sesame Street, we was raised by an electric company in Sesame Street. They taught us about a bill is only a bill. Count Dracula. We were hustlers. We walked to school in the snow. We did it. So that's the reason why we hard, because we didn't have a choice but to be. And then when you tell these new kids something, they all in their feelings. Shoot, Gen X, fuck them feelings. What's feelings, bruh? What's feelings? We don't know what that is. They don't even check up on kids anymore. You remember, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? They should be saying it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your parents are? Because majority of Gen X parents, they was either working jobs or they was out doing something. So manifestation is getting back to your childlike innocence. Don't let distraction get to you, because distraction is trying to take you off your path. And I appreciate love all those that joined in my live. Once again, I was testing out this microphone. I still haven't figured it out, but coming Sundays, the podcast is coming back. So I was just doing the tester, and I still, cause y'all can't hear the clapping, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Since I got a little audience, do y'all have any questions for me? Any questions for me? Since y'all got me? But y'all supposed to be hearing laughter and hand clapping. It's not working. So I don't know. I don't know. So y'all have any questions for me? It's nice to meet you, Rod Wait, Chowder. It's nice to meet you. I see your comments. Okay, thank you, Monica. Your day is blessed automatically, Rob, because you are alive. If you can do this, you can see, you can do everything without assistance, your day is blessed. Let me tell you something. Your words are very powerful. That's why they call spelling. Command your day to be blessed. Command it. Walk in your power, walk in your authority. You're the author of your story. What's up, African goddess? It's nice to meet you. I am Anul. If y'all wondering how to say my name, it is Anul. Okay? And I know some of y'all be pronouncing it all jacked up, but it's okay, because I jack up people's names too. We're only human. But always walk in your authority. Remember, you are a lowercase god, a lowercase goddess. And I know a lot of people get upset when I say, you should never capitalize talking about you goddess something, something. Because no, there's only one capital. It's always lowercase. It's always lowercase. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So while I got 6 people on here, those who want a free reading, I'm gonna pull one oracle card, and then I'm gonna pull a do tarot on you. So Rob, would you like a reading, love? Would you like a reading? Ah, all right. You give me permission already, so I'm not going to ask you, do I have your permission? Because you said yes. You have a dark cloud that's hanging over you. You have a lot of stuff that you toss over. It's like you sleeping under the rug, Rob. This comes back from your upbringing. This comes back verbally, I wouldn't really say abusive, but some words were very strong said towards you. And it's like you put up an armor. You're like, man, I don't give a fuck anymore. Yes, you do. Okay? Just know I love you and I don't even know you, but you're strong. You got to stop letting people dictate you. You got to stop blocking everybody out. Everybody's not your enemy. Okay? You're going to go far. You're going to go far, but you have this I don't give a fuck attitude. And it's like, yes, you do. You need love. You need love. All right? You are a warrior. You also are connected to Ogun. I do see Ogun around you. So you are a warrior. All right. You're very protected. That's why people try to target you. People try to ridicule you. People try to say, yeah, you talk a good game. It's your job to prove them wrong. Spirit is saying their opinions don't have anything to do with you. You need to get on the right track. You are, you have a lot of fire warriors around you. You have a lot of fire warriors around you. We have always take care of yourself and accept this time of growth. Okay, you're going to go through a drastic change. You are the intercessor, which means the reason why spirit wakes you up like early in the morning is because your job is to go fight people's battles. When you don't remember your dream, you're helping people kick ass. You the one they call on. You actually be in people's dreams. All right. Also, you have wings. You have wings. You have a set of 3 wings. You need to get to learn to use them. All right. So therefore, it's time for you to meditate. It's time for you to get mentally strong because that's how they tried to hurt you is through words. Okay. So you build up a ward where they can't get you, but inside you crying out, where's my love? What am I doing to people? Why they always got to do this to me? You know, how come they can't accept me for who I am? How come they always take from me? It's because your karma is to put yourself first. Until you learn to put yourself first, Rob, you always going to get taken advantage of. Everybody is not your assignment. Your words, your blessing, everybody's not meant to be blessed by you. If you notice, a lot of people get blessed by you. You need to start cutting them off. You need to start cutting them off. You are going, this is your season to rise. This is your season to be seen. Please pay attention to your dreams. You need to journal. You need to heal from the past. You need to do cord cuttings because you're connected to a lot of people. A lot of people you shouldn't be connected to. And don't take this the wrong way when I say this, but your body count is kind of high. So what do I mean by body count? Say you could have slept with Daisy Duck. Okay? Daisy Duck was your only one. But Daisy Duck, you wasn't Daisy Duck's only one. So when you're intimate with a person, you sleep with who they sleep with and who they sleep with. So your spiritual body count is kind of high. That's why your energy has been kind of low because you need to call back your energy. It's like people cipher you. All right. So you really need to do energetic cord cuttings. All right. All right. I release you. All right. Who wanted a reading? Anybody else want a reading? All right, Monica. Thank you. You're going through an activation, Monica, and this is going to be very triggering for you because during this activation, like I said, because Pluto's over death and rebirth, a lot of stuff that you put to sleep, that died, Pluto is getting ready to resurrect it. So it's like you're going to be having a lot of confrontation, because you're being activated, which means you're elevating higher. So you have a lot of stuff that you're refusing to. You just like, no, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. Okay. I don't know why this makes me feel some type of way. It's a reason for that because you are that phoenix rising. So you are stronger than you telling yourself. Your ego is telling you that you're not strong. Your ego is telling you that it's a problem. Your spiritual self is telling you, no, Monica, it's not. So it's like you're clashing. So Pluto is over decay. And the things that you push under the rug is starting to stink. And they was like, what is that smell? So Pluto is ringing it up so you can deal with it so they can leave. All right, this is what I'm hearing. You are a walking bomb. You picked being that sign. You are a warrior. You're ruled by Mars. You walk with the light and the dark. You combine both. So all these things that your ego and your past is haunting you, telling you this and this and this, that's a lie. So you're going to have to silence that. So Pluto is getting ready to resurrect that. So during this time, you're going to be in your feelings because you have to deal with that, love. You have to deal with that. You getting a new spirit animal. You getting a bat. A bat is nocturnal. All right. So you're walking away from a lot of distraction. You're walking away from a lot of things. And you're going to start seeing, if you haven't already, you're going to start seeing a big change. So you should give yourself a slap on the back, gratitude. All right. Because you're investing in you. Your hard work is starting to show and people are starting to see it. And so this how, if you pay attention to energy, like I said, energy don't lie. People are going to like, Mm. Their facial expression, spirit's gonna let you feel it. You're gonna know who was throwing those rocks at your glass house. Things are gonna start being exposed. Like I said, what was put swept under the rug, Pluto's bringing it out. All right, I release you. You be blessed. Okay, DT the God. This is for you. Stop hiding behind the mask. It's time for the world to see who you truly are. You are spiritual, but you do second guess your gifts. You second guess, like, is that spirit or is that not spirit? One thing about spirit, DT God, the message is not going to sound uh, authentic. It's not going to sound accurate. What I mean by that, say you giving me a message and spirit tell you, say, mustard on a french fry. And you be like, what? And all of a sudden you say, a newel. Spirit said something about a mustard on a french fry. That's what I asked Spirit to tell me. Spirit, if this is true, let someone say a mustard on a french fry. It's not going to make sense to you. So stop trying to make it make sense. It's not meant for you to understand. You're just a messenger. So Spirit wants you to deliver the message. It doesn't matter if it resonates with you because it's not your message. Also, DT God, please don't take this personal. Sometimes when you do get messages, Spirit is saying sometimes that's for you and not for that other person. All right. So let's see what your card is. Power. It's time for you to step into your power. You get distracted a lot. When you get distracted, the enemy don't want you to deliver that message. Okay? You got to learn to control your mind. You're going to have to learn to control your ego. You need to learn to sit with all three selves. You have a higher self, a middle self, and a lower self. So it's time for you to learn to sit with all three. All right? It's time for you to step into your power. And it says the process must begin within. You have a storm brewing within. Let go of all your uncertainties. Make an effort to live intentionally. Think about your heart desires and take steps to fulfill them. All right? I release you. Anybody else want a reading? We love and appreciate love you too, Rob. Once again, I'm not the reader for everybody. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You know? What's up, sexy? And I got your order, love. You got the rooted card. Spirit is saying you still got some things, some issues that's deeply rooted. Deeply rooted. They also tell me to say my story. If you notice, I tell stories so I can break it down to people so they can understand. Say a person cut themselves and you be like, I need to go to ER. And everybody else said, girl, nah, just wash it and slap some Band-Aid on it or something. You be like, no, I got to go to the ER. So you go to the ER. The doctor or the physician assistant look at it and said, I don't know how deep that is. We're going to have to do an x-ray. We might just put some glue on it, and then we might have to do sutures. So basically, your pain runs deep. You keep saying you healed, but it's really, really deeply rooted. Spirit says stop slapping a Band-Aid on that situation. It's deeply rooted. This is deeply rooted in generation. Something that's going on just didn't happen to you. It happened to some other people in your family. I don't know. I'm not deep diving into it, but something with you is deeply rooted. You're going to start dreaming about it. You're going to start tossing and turning. It's going to vex your spirit. It's like, I don't know what this is. You're going to be you're going to be very restless until you learn to get to this situation. Spirit is saying, stop slapping Band-Aids on stuff. Learn to handle it. Stop running away from it. Learn to address it. Because the more you run away for it, the bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger it is. And before you know it, you got a Goliath. So apparently, God sees a David in you. David was small. It's time for you to slay that Goliath because it's deeply rooted. It's deeply rooted. I release you. You know, like I said, I didn't go deeper because this is live. So I'm just putting a little icing on the cake. All right. Hello, Tamara. How are you? All right. So I'm getting ready to get off here. So anybody else? All right, sexy. I release you. Anybody else? All right, African goddess. This is for you. They playing this song. I wanna go outside in the rain. You're battling something emotional. And it's like you're trying to be strong. Spirit said, baby, cry. When the clouds get dark, they cry and it purifies the earth. Stop holding stuff in. Release. You're very heavy burden. You need to ground. If you cannot go outside, take a shower and just let the water works go. All right. And sometimes you don't even know why you're crying. Sometimes you don't know why you're emotional. It's because you're feeling the weight of the world. You're very clear empathy. That is one of your strong gifts. That is not weakness, baby. That's showing you how beautiful and big your heart is. You know? So I want to go outside in the rain. That is your power to feel. When you can feel other people, that's how you can heal. So embrace that gift. A lot of people do not have that gift. And the reason why they don't have that gift, they turn it to use it against you. Stop letting people turn stuff against you. Step into your power. You have many, many, many gifts. It's time for you to utilize those gifts. Okay? Honestly. And when I say this, baby, you can take it how you want to take it. But I'm just trying to, people perish of a lack of knowledge. You have a beautiful name, African goddess, but you need to make that capital G a lowercase g. All right? It's out of respect. All right? You are a goddess. I cannot take that from you. But there's only one capital G, baby, and that's Yah. Every other god and goddesses is lowercase. But like I said, you grown, you can do whatever you want. But Spirit said, embrace your gifts. You're very gifted. Stop letting people twist it and make you think that it's not. But yes, it is. That is a gift that you have. I release you from it. All right, I got a room for one more. One thing about free will, can't nobody take your free will, but you can give it away. I'm going to let that sit and marinate. Can't nobody take your free will. They can't. You can give it away. Only a diamond can cut a diamond. All right, guys, it's 10:45. Thank you for sitting with me during this tester moment. It will come back again for those that missed it. So this was a tester live, and it just went further than what I want. I wasn't expecting nobody to be on here, but my podcast will be coming back in effect. The part of the Lotus Effect will come back on Sundays. All right, so I will be doing a podcast. So I send you peace, love, and light. And once again, you are in control of your day. Command your day to be blessed. You are the author of the story. You demand it. You command it. All right, peace.